What do you call the thing where you do like whispering?
Whispering?
Oh, ASMR.
SMR.
Audio sensory.
My grandpappy, back in the day, he used to tell me all kinds of crazy tricks. Oh my God. All right. Cool.
Okay.
That's going? Perfect. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okie dokie.
Round
Here
two.
we go. In 3, 2. Well, hi everybody. It's me, Justin Jayor of the Chicago 60 Podcast and the Chicago 60 Show, and one of the founders of J&R Media. What is up? This is another edition of Couch Stories. And this is the segment where we speak with the person who was just on the podcast with us, and we get to know a little bit more about them and why they're awesome and who they are and what they're doing here in Chicago, so you can go check out the cool things that they're doing and go support them and all that fancy jazz. So, without further ado, I want to introduce all of you wonderful Chicagoans and people of this place and planet we call Earth, to the lovely, the wonderfully talented, amazingly astute intelligentsia, I don't know enough Spanish to say
Spanish
things.
words.
Yes, more
Okay,
Spanish
yeah.
words. That means that she's awesome. It is an actress, the host of the Flower Power podcast, and the host and wonderful main creator of the Daisy Isamary YouTube show. It's Daisy Isamary Hernandez.
Hola, ¿cómo están todos?
Okay, well, already she's cooler than me. Daisy, hello, how are you?
Estoy bien. Imagine I just
Ah.
That's it.
Well, bien.
Bien.
All right. With my limited Spanish that I took for like two or 3 years in college. Oh my God. I would please do that. That'll help our readings immensely. Yes. So you were just on the podcast with us.
It was awesome.
Fantastic. I didn't have to answer the question. Already my ego is fulfilled. I love it. Thank you very much. It was brought to my attention that I should ask this question, so I'm going to start off with this question.
Okay.
What do you think of the couch?
It's vintage.
Very vintage.
That's in style right now. Hipster,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I know. I don't really liken myself a hipster, but
So wait, where did you get it?
I did get this couch from a mama who got it from a person.
It's a beautiful couch.
Yes, it's a wonderful.
Gorgeous.
Thanks, Mom. But they got this for free off of one of those furniture trucks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
No
this is
fleas
a
or
free.
nothing?
No, it's still kicking. It by being here and not kicking. So yeah, very cool. So I'm glad you enjoyed being on the podcast. We enjoyed having you on the podcast. I know that there was a situation where you needed to use the facilities, and we apologize for that. But we are just so long-winded that we just once we have a good conversation, we're enjoying it so much with you that we lose track of time sometimes.
I'm so happy that it was just one more segment and that's it.
I know, right? That is good. I know.
Ran out of the.
Believe me, Ron has been there. Ron has been there. We've all had this issue once or twice on the podcast. So literally every guest we've had at some point, like, I gotta go to watch it. So I know.
You could see my leg in the bottom of the table, like. It's gonna be like probably like half of the video.
Yes. Well, hopefully, we'll edit it out.
Sounds good.
But anyway, for this edition of Couch Stories, I just want to get to know. It's all about you. All about you.
So much pressure.
I know. So be entertaining, damn it. I'm just kidding.
Love you.
So yeah, do some show tunes and everything will be good. No, so I wanted to. So as I alluded to on the podcast, we met at the acting studio. We were in like Theater 2 or Theater 3, one of those classes, and we were learning the art they call acting.
Yes.
And then I noticed that you were doing a lot of very cool things. You were getting on some commercials, you were doing some short films and things like that. And then I saw that you were doing your own podcast at the same time that we were starting our podcast. So like, hey, let's, come on my podcast. Let's do some joint stuff. And you're like, okay, cool. And it took a little while and life and things, whatever. And now you are here with us.
Here.
So, and you mentioned a lot of very interesting things on the podcast I wanted to ask you about. But first things first, Daisy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Where do you come from? Where are you from? Tell the people out there who you are.
Well, I am a Latina,
Mm.
daughter of immigrants, and I decided to become an actress instead of a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor. So,
Crazy.
yes, my parents have been very supportive about my acting until now. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of expectations when it comes to acting. That you need to be famous, you need to be rich in order to do this. But I feel like there's so many people that are actors and they're still able to afford to live, day by day and like be able to, but they're not famous.
Mhm.
That's my goal.
Right.
I mean, if fame comes along, I'm not gonna
Right,
be like,
right.
stay away from me. But
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna take that as well. But at least I have my privacy. I could have a family if I wanted to. So those are the benefits of being able to do acting without being famous. And at the end of the day, there's so many famous people out there that they're rich, but they have, drug problems. They have, like, there's so many things. Like,
Yes.
no matter how much money you have, you're always going to be miserable. You're always going to be sad. Something's wrong with your life.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I just take it as it is. And I hope that one day I could just do acting without having to have a 9 to 5 or having to be a server, which I am both
Gotcha.
now.
Are you doing serving and you have the 9 to 5?
Yes.
Damn, girl, that's a lot of stuff.
I know. I had Monday through Friday open for auditions
Mhm.
when I was serving. And then I just got tired of it. You just don't want to do serving anymore. And so I was like, okay, I'll just get a 9 to 5 job, have acting on the side, work for a little bit, and then from there figure something else out. And I kind of want to do YouTube because YouTube is a way for me to be creative and hopefully do sponsorships through YouTube and try to use that as a platform to kind of have like a side business and have that money flowing, and then do acting on the side.
Mhm.
But be the majority, of my income.
Well, that is the interesting thing about the medium and social media. That is the YouTubes.
The YouTube.
We do the YouTubes.
The only thing
Also.
YouTube is a great place
Yes.
for creative people. The only thing I don't like about doing YouTube and doing it in front of people that I went to school with is like I feel like they think that I'm doing it because everyone's doing it. But in reality, I've been doing videos ever since I was little.
Okay.
I wanted a video camera when I was 12, got that. Videos I would post on MySpace back in the day.
Oh shit,
Like
MySpace.
me doing random stuff. Like now it's like vlogging is like that's
Right.
the thing. And I
That's
feel like
the
many
new thing.
people do it for other reasons, but I feel like I've been doing it for so long and I didn't have the balls to start it off when it was barely starting. And I feel like if I would have done that, I probably would have been somewhere else now. But now it's like I'm jumping in when everyone's doing it. And so it makes
Right.
it harder for me to succeed in it.
Right. Well, that is the general consensus and issue. I mean, what we're doing with this, podcasting and comedy sketch videos and stuff, it's the same thing. But you got to just believe in yourself and just go 100% full force, gusto in it. I have a 9 to 5 as well, and I'm doing this. I mean, it's basically like working 2 jobs. So, you just got to do what you're passionate about. So I admire you for doing that. It does take a lot to just even do it at all. So that's very cool. But so you mentioned that you wanted to get and that you did get a video camera when you were 12 years old. So what about what led you to want to move towards the entertainment industry and do acting and eventually try to do some YouTube and all this other stuff? What gave you the inspiration to at least get into acting?
I have a big imagination.
Oh.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Oh.
And I love movies. I just love it. I love movies. So when I was young, I just have a fantasy. Like I just think about, I don't know, when you're young, you think about fairies and things like that, like more.
Sure.
So, and I loved movies. Like I would love to imagine myself in a world that's not this world. So for me, like, man, if I had to talk about dreams, it would have to be a movie star, I guess you could say, because you get to just live, you get to see yourself in this other world. And that's something that I've always wanted to do. So when I see a commercial, when I see a film, I get excited to watch myself be someone else, be someone that I'm not, because it's fun. Like, isn't it? It's fun to be like an Spider-Man or Wonder Woman. That's all.
You step outside of yourself and be something else.
Wouldn't that be awesome to see yourself be like Wonder Woman or whoever you play yourself to be? And I like to do like, you know what? I don't know. I feel like SNL would be something that I would like to do as well. That's like another side of me. Like I like to imitate people like at work and things like that. And people are always like cracking up because like the way I imitate them, it's really realistic. And that's another thing that I have. It's like so many things you want to do, especially as a creative person. You want to be an actor, you want to be a singer, you want to be this and that, and you feel like you could only choose one. And I feel like my best, the thing that I can do best would be acting, compared to like singing and or other things that I would want to do. But I feel like I need to focus on one thing for now, right? To get better.
Sure. Oh, okay. Well, hey, you know, that's one way of going about it. Yeah.
Please tell me what I should do.
Well, you know, there's actually a map. It's hidden, and if the right people find it, then they find out how to make it to be famous.
I feel like
that's
nobody,
what happens.
Nobody knows, right?
But you got to find the map.
You are so lucky.
Yeah. For the rest of us, it's just an you feel like you're going in circles and a lot of different forks in the road, and you never know if you're going the right way at all.
And then someone that works a 9 to 5 is miserable with their lives as well. So it's like, okay, it's either miserable with a 9 to 5 or I'm happy doing what I love, but still. God damn it, you can never win. One or the other.
The life of the artist is the problem.
But then again, you're famous, you have no privacy, you have mental issues, whatever. Like it's always something.
A lot of people do the drugs or have the issues because they're always comparing themselves to somebody else, or there's so many highs and lows that they're trying to stay up with the highs and things like that. So there's a lot of interesting things that happen with people in the entertainment world for sure.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting balance. I personally think that I'm happy if I do pursue this, that I'm and when things go well, positive mindset. When I make it, when things go well, that I'm an adult and I've already experienced not having all the fame and accolades and whatnot, and therefore I'm hoping that when that happens, it'll be kind of like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, kind of a deal versus like, oh my god, you know, like one of those things. But
that's something that I'm actually thankful for, that if I'm not succeeding when I was younger, I mean, it's gonna help a lot, because it's better when you're an adult, you have a better mindset of things, and so it's easier for you to be in that Hollywood situation.
Right.
There's a difference between being 30 to being 17 in that world. So I think that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Helps us.
Now you've been doing quite a few different projects and a lot of commercials thus far. You've also been, I've seen you do a few short films and some other you were in a music video that I saw as well. So all the projects that you've been a part of, have you noticed any major differences between a short film shooting versus a music video versus a commercial? Now, would you prefer one or the other?
When you start off, you start doing everything for free.
So
I've been doing a lot of things for free because I don't have any but I like to do what I like. I love doing acting, so I do the things for free regardless because I like it. And so when the opportunity comes that I get paid, it's a plus.
Right.
But
yeah,
I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah.
Like,
But is there anything, like, is the shooting process any different between the three things that you did, or was the music video, did they shoot it a different way than?
I like when people work fast.
Okay.
I like when they're like, okay, shoot, boom, we're done.
Gotcha.
I hate when it's like, but it's a commercial, like an actual commercial, you gotta wait mostly for everyone to like put the cameras in a specific place, set it up. That's the majority of the time that goes into. Not really the acting, it's mostly like for them to like.
Lots of waiting, be mentally focused.
You get to be on your phone.
Yeah. A lot of social media on your off time.
Yeah, and then I've also done extra work sometimes, but not as much as more other people, because extra work is not really considered to be
right. You're just in the background. You're not really doing a whole lot.
It's a good experience.
Yeah.
Definitely someone that's doing acting should do that maybe 2 to 3 times in their acting career, but the majority of the time they should go more towards actual roles.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, you got to be careful with the extra work also, because if you do too many, you could theoretically have to get into SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
With extra work?
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful with that shit. So all of a sudden you've done 2 or 3 extras, and they're like, you're in, and you're like,
are.
in
No,
your
you can't.
union
It's
and have
really-
a union
right.
person.
So what do you think
Exactly,
it's
yeah,
better,
yeah,
to be SAG and to book those good commercials, or to be non-union and just?
Well, I mean, I've heard a lot of different theories on this, but the general consensus I've heard from people is to stay at non-union for as long as possible. But if you get to that point where you're gonna get into or have to be in SAG after that, it's the time to do it, because theoretically you should be getting some momentum,
Yeah.
or you have some momentum because you've booked things relatively quickly in a short of time span, and you're booking new stuff. So it just adds a legitimacy to who you are at that point, and ideally you're going to continue to book a lot more. So then the non-union stuff is less of a
That's basically where I want to
thing.
get.
Yeah.
Like to that point.
Right. So that's the dream. It would be good. It would be nice to be there as well. But you got to do this stuff and enjoy the journey and the process now, and what you're doing now before you get there. And then when you are there, you can appreciate it a lot more. At least that's my theory on that.
That's
I don't
true.
know if you agree or disagree.
I mean,
with
like,
that,
I think Taraji was like 40 when she got the cookie roll and Empire, I think.
right.
So.
Morgan Freeman was like in his
20
50s.
years.
Yeah, it takes some people a long time before they got recognized. So brings hope.
To be fair, Taraji P. Henson was recognized in the Black community because she's been doing movies for years.
Yeah, she was.
But Empire fucking blew her up.
Yeah, I knew her from, I think it was this one movie she did. I think it was a Tyler Perry movie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it was called, but that was a good movie.
Yeah, she was on the cover for Cardi.
Yeah.
I
knew her. It's like, I think she's one of those actors that's like, oh, I know her, but you don't know her name.
Yeah.
Norm with the amazing added knowledge. Thank you, Norm, because I didn't know anything about that. So with the assist, Norm in the booth.
But then there's times where people like book something great and then you never hear from them ever again.
Right. Or they get pigeonholed into a role.
Yeah.
And then they can't really do anything else.
Like the guy from Aladdin that he's like, oh,
right.
For me.
Yeah, if you get some kind of iconic role like that, it's very difficult to break away from that, particularly if you want to be a serious actor and do a lot of other things. So, I mean, Daniel Radcliffe is pretty much just Harry Potter. Regardless,
I was about to mention him.
Like he tries to do other things, but I can only ever really see
him as
Harry Potter. It's like in this movie. Oh, cool!
Yeah.
Look, it's Harry in this
like
other movie.
Screwed.
Yeah,
so
it's like I don't think of Radcliffe.
What actor do you think like you could see him without having to say like? I think Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt,
like,
Anthony Hopkins is another one.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of actors over the years who've been able to do it. Denzel Washington, Tom Hanks. I mean, there's all of those types of guys are constantly doing major roles. But like Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker. I have never seen him do anything else other than Luke Skywalker. And he might be super content with just being Luke Skywalker.
I would be kind of fine with that. Like just one character for the rest of my life.
He's making bank, or he should have been making bank, or he is making bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh Jackman is another one who's done a lot of good things. So, what is your ultimate wish and dream of as an actor? What is it to reach some level of fame, or just do movies?
I like movies a lot. I would like to see myself in that world, depending on what it is. I think movies, and then working with like that'd be awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
Like Zac Efron.
Sure. Everybody likes Zac Efron except guys who are not Zac Efron. So
I was gonna say one actor who can do just about anything is Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman is another one. We can do Edward Norton is another. I mean, like people like that. Michael Keaton. All those great actors can get away with doing multiple different roles and not get pigeonholed. But it's tough. Sometimes you get that one role, like the guy who was Anakin Skywalker. I don't know where the fuck he is anymore.
Hayden Christensen.
Yes, exactly. So
and
you
then
never know.
There's not really that many roles like for me for Latinas. Like hardly people. I don't even know who is like, oh yeah, she's in some movies. Like I don't think there's one at all.
Well, Salma Hayek was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's kind of like
Cruz,
random.
J-Lo, sort of, but not like to the extent
not
of
like
other
not like
actresses.
the Tom Hanks.
Right, not to the
You get me?
same level.
Yeah.
There are some. Yeah, there may be some like.
So there's still space. There's still room for all that.
That's right. So of all the projects that you've worked on this far, what was your favorite project that you worked on this far? Like a short film, one of the short films or commercials you've done?
It would be the one that I spoke about in the podcast about pro-life. That I was a young pregnant woman, I guess, and I was thinking about having an abortion, but then I changed my mind. But what I liked about it was the camera that was used, which was a red camera.
Oh,
I
sure.
work a lot with Spirit Juice Studios. They are awesome. Like they're a Catholic-based studio, but they're actually expanding to be a little bit more like non-Catholic. But man, the footage that they take, it's awesome. Like they're quick to like film, and then I think it's the camera that makes it look so much better and good quality, which is something that I think we need more of as well.
Yes.
Well, good acting too, but you know.
Yeah, red cameras are the shit.
Yeah, I love them.
They do. We hope that one day we'll be in the possession of using, but they are
Those are awesome.
quite expensive. So yeah, you got
even renting them out is expensive.
Yeah, even renting them out. So you got to know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy with a boat who then has a camera.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations, but you know. So you got one other thing I wanted to ask you about was your podcast. So obviously we're doing a podcast, but you have your podcast, the Flower Power Podcast, and I've listened to several of your episodes, and I think you should definitely continue it. Well, you know, you got to support.
I mean, who knows,
support the folks. So, but I thought they were quite good. You want to do a podcast yourself, and what was the inspiration behind that?
Well, at first I was thinking of doing something like giving a platform to actors like me, or to producers or people that want to grow in the industry, because I feel like we need more platforms like this to give us that kind of like that feeling like we matter in a way. Like I said, we are all the underdogs. So for me, a dream would be for me to open my own studio where I could let people like us have access to the computers, to the equipment, to the time. That would be something awesome. Because I know a lot of people that like do videos at their houses. They make it like a business. Like even if no one's getting paid, they all show up. They all have a part. They all take it seriously. It's not like, oh, Justin's a bit crazy. Like he wants me to record for him again. Like no, they're taking it seriously. They're coming over. They're saying like, hey, we're gonna do this at this time, or we gotta work on whatever. It's hard to find people that are gonna be taking you seriously.
Right.
I don't have friends like that. Like all my close friends, they're not in the industry at all.
Right. Yeah.
And
people don't get it.
They don't get it. I mean, I have actor friends, but they're not like my everyday friends.
Sure.
And so it's hard for me to be like, I don't even talk about my auditions or my success. I just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a commercial for it. Oh, cool. Right. I don't care.
Right. There is that.
Yeah.
What have you been in? It's like being in sales. Like, what have you done lately? What have you done for me lately? It's the same type of thing. What have I seen you in?
Yeah, and then my mom's always like, did they pay you? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, well, I am doing stuff. It's just not.
Yeah.
And it takes time.
It takes time, and you need to do the dirty work first before you do the good stuff.
Some of it's luck based as well. You get like the one role, or somebody's there when you're doing something, and then. Like, oh,
it's in transitions. Yeah. So first you start off doing whatever comes your way. You're like, I'll do it. Whatever free, crappy footage, whatever. Right now, I'm in a position where I cannot do free things unless it's good quality and unless it's good for my reel. Right. That's it. Right. Other than that, I can't.
And do you have anything coming up soon? Any new projects you're working on?
I do have a film coming out. I'm actually filming in 2 weeks. It's a Christian film. No, not Christian. Oh, sorry. I don't know.
It's okay. Film. I don't think of it. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a Christian film or but it's like a religious film as well. I don't know. I've been working with a lot of.
Are you very religious? Is that?
No.
Oh no, it's just like.
Yeah.
You've got the look.
I think God just wants you to go to church and be like, go to church.
Okay. So he's sending you. He's giving you all these religious projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cool. So in 2 weeks I'm gonna be filming that, and then let's see what happens with that. I mean, obviously, whenever someone has like the excitement to like take it to film festivals, I would want to work with them. Right. And if they're, if everyone's on the same page. Yeah. Because I've had like a web series that I worked with before that was not organized and things like that. So like obviously it's a waste of time. I got other stuff that I prefer to prioritize.
Right, and it's hard to rely on others and what they're going to eventually do. Are they going to be reliable to get stuff out on time?
Yes, that's why I prefer just to be my own podcaster, because I'm like,
can control the environment.
Yes, I can control the environment, and I do not have a studio, which sucks because I wish I had the space for it. Other than that, I think I would be more full on, but I'm just scared and I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, there's also that, but yeah, I mean, we filmed some stuff as well, and there's some stuff we still haven't put out yet. And it's just things happen, and when you're not doing it full time, I mean, if we were doing it full time,
yeah,
a lot of the stuff would be done already. But when you have a job and you keep doing other projects, things get backlogged or whatever. So if you can at least control it yourself a little bit, you can pace it out the way you want. But it does make it more difficult when you have a bunch of things that you're also trying to get done.
And it sucks that numbers matter right now. So you're just like no one's listening.
More.
Yeah, and then you're just like, no one's listening. Like, why am I doing this for?
Right.
And then sometimes I'm just like, it's kind of like a diary. Just talk on the microphone.
Right. If you enjoy doing it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and again, just the belief that something will happen. So, yeah, I know. I feel the struggle.
This beer is gonna get us crying right now.
I know. We're gonna start. I need a hanky. Yeah.
If you cry, look into the camera, please.
Yeah, we're gonna get that captured on camera. That'll help us out. Daisy, what do you like to do for fun when you're not doing acting things and things of that nature? Creative side, what are you doing for fun? I've seen some of your vlogs when you're traveling, so you like to travel.
Oh,
It's
I love
one
to
of them,
travel.
right?
I wish I could travel. I think I'm gonna go to New Orleans this year. Wisconsin does.
Sure.
So I cannot afford another Cancun trip. I think I can say that. So Wisconsin Dells probably gonna be it. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could travel more. It would be cool to travel with acting as well. Like I wouldn't mind going to LA and doing all that. I have something else to do for that.
No, just what do you like to do?
Oh yeah, play guitar.
Oh.
I like to play guitar.
Wow. Okay.
I've been trying to play since I was 12. I'm getting better as the years go by. Like I said, I like to sing on my own, like at home. I like to write music. And then other than that, I just love watching TV and being on YouTube. Watching YouTube videos.
What's the show you're watching right now?
Oh damn. It's this show in Spanish.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called.
All right, I wouldn't.
It's like vintage. I don't know.
I'm too white. I don't know any of these.
Yeah, it's in
confabuled
Spanish.
shows. Yeah,
Well, the Cable Girls.
I wouldn't be able to. I don't know enough
Girls.
Spanish.
And it's a girly show. I love girly stuff.
Well,
and that's what I was thinking of doing the podcast a little bit more girly, like more like
that is an angle
talking about men.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that definitely is a thing.
Because men are just.
Go ahead. Say it. What do you want to say?
Jag off.
Ah, it is. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, feelings mutual. Well, we all have to deal with each other. We're all stuck with each other, unfortunately, or fortunately, either way. But yeah. Okay. Excellent. Well, we have one major segment we're coming to, which is called the lightning round. So I know I didn't prep you for this. Sorry, I totally forgot. It's gonna be easy. It's very simple.
What do I have to do?
It's just a lot of rapid fire questions.
I feel like I'm in the Ellen show.
Yes, it's kind of
something?
right. It's like that, but not as intense. So you don't have to worry too much there. But I want to ask one last question to you before we get to the lightning round. So I was curious, like overall, you're doing all these things. What is some advice you would give somebody who's starting out in acting today, who might be somebody similar to you, like somebody like if it was your sister or another small Latina child who was like, I want to be in acting. What would you tell them? What advice do you wish you gave yourself? I guess is kind of the question.
It's hard to answer that question just because I feel like I'm still insecure about everything. So like, how can I give advice to someone that I'm still like, what am I doing? So the best thing I could, I mean, I've learned a lot. So I guess the best thing I could do is do not go to those Disney Channel classes and waste a lot of money. I think the maximum you could spend on a class is like $300, $400. Do not go past that. It's not worth it. Get your headshots. That's the first thing you need to do. And then just do anything you can for free to start off your resume. Other than that, then you can submit your headshots to agencies, get that agent, then that agent is going to do the rest of the work for you, basically.
Nice.
But agencies don't get you the work all the time. The majority of the work that I've gotten is by myself.
Yes.
Agencies do get you that foot in the door, but at the end of the day, like when they're not calling you, you need to keep looking for work yourself.
Correct.
So that's basically something that I would give advice.
Okay.
To the young
All right.
Latina.
Now we're almost there. Quick question. You're from Chicago, born and
Yes.
bred? Okay,
Yes.
good. All right. Are you ready?
Is this gonna be like where you
I
make me look
guarantee you.
dumb?
No.
Like, what do you
These
think
are
about
all-
politics? And I'm like,
No. They're supposed to be rapid fire questions. So just
okay.
some of them will be yes or no. Some will be a little open-ended, hopefully with easy responses.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
I'm excited.
It's time for the lightning round. Ding, 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 ding. All right. I'm gonna have so much fun editing that later. Okay. Now, question number 1. Cubs or Sox?
Socks.
Southside. You're a Southside girl.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Your other favorite sports team beyond baseball? Do you have one?
I don't.
So you just Sox?
I don't even like sports.
Okay, fine.
I just
Cutting
chose
out
one.
all of the sports questions now. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have
Okay.
been terrible.
Okay, here we go. Italian beef or Chicago style hot dog?
Hot dog.
Do you put ketchup on your hot dog?
Yes.
What?
You also put mayo and you toast the bun.
What in the fuck?
Mexican
Yeah.
thing or
Norm is into that. I am like, what?
it's so good.
Okay.
Oh, and then okay.
Okay. Did you say beef or I missed it? Beef or
Hot dog.
Okay, hot dog. Okay, if you were going to get a beef, are you going to Portillo's or are you going to Al's Beef? Which one?
Portillo's?
Portillo's?
I don't like Italian beefs.
You don't like any of them? God, that's a question that went nowhere. Okay, where's your favorite place? I know. Where's your favorite place to go get a hot dog in the city?
Maxwell.
Maxwell Street.
Okay.
Maxwell Street's really great.
Yeah.
Fantastic place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you a beach or a river walk type of girl?
Ooh, beach.
Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Which beach? North Avenue or Montrose?
North Avenue.
North Avenue?
Oh no,
Okay.
Oak Street.
Oak
Do I have
Street.
an option?
Yeah, if you want to add the
Oak
next
Street's
one.
nice.
Oak Street's good. Okay, you go up to Oak Street. I don't think I've even been to Oak Street. I'm gonna go check that out.
Oak Street.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
I'll have to go check this.
You can see the Drake Hotel.
Oh, really? Oh, I know what you're talking about. By the
Yeah.
Navy Pier. Got you. Okay.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Is it by Navy Pier? I think it's a little bit.
It's not
the
Navy
Navy
Pier.
Pier
Then
one.
there's the
Not
Yeah.
the Navy Pier one though.
That's
it's the
Ohio.
little tiny one, like the little off to this. Yes,
No.
thank you, Joe.
No.
I know you're. Yeah, I know you're
You're talking about the Ohio Beach.
Oh, is that the Ohio Beach?
I think it's
Yeah, Ohio
shit.
Beach.
Yeah.
All right,
I know
well,
I
I
said
have no-
Oak
I have no
Street.
fucking
Is
idea.
it Oak Street
Actually.
up north? Around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hidden
Yeah.
All right. Well, continuing
Only for-
on.
for good people.
The lightning round. Is it Sears Tower or Willis Tower?
Sears Tower.
Thank you very much. Sears or John Hancock?
John Hancock, because I've never been to the Sears Tower.
Really?
I worked at the John Hancock building. So
It's really nice. The signature lounge, you can get a drink. I
Oh.
think that's really nice also.
Valentine's Day is coming
And
up.
closer to
Mhm.
exactly. There you
Good
go.
one.
Yes, indeed. Favorite deep dish place to go get deep dish? Oh my God! Don't tell me you've never had deep dish.
No, I've had deep dish, but I don't know.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna pick my Jobs pizza, but I'm gonna pick. I like Illuminati's. It's
Illuminati's
good.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say Giordano's, but
Yeah.
I think if I would have to choose between that or Illuminati's, it would be Illuminati's.
Gotcha. Okay. What is more iconic to Chicago? Navy Pier Ferris wheel or the Bean?
The Bean.
The Bean?
Yeah, I see more Instagram bloggers put the Bean. I never see like Navy Pier.
Really?
Yeah, hardly.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's like the Ferris wheel is such a thing.
It used to be very lame, Navy Pier, and then
Yeah.
it got better now. But like you would like walk, and then at a certain point, everything cuts off. But you still wanted to keep going just to see like what's up, but there was nothing.
All right. Dive bar or club?
Dive bar.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite dive bar you like to go to in the city?
No, I don't. I just go to
Okay,
it.
just go to dive bars. Okay, gotcha. What is your favorite neighborhood to go out in the city?
It depends who I'm hanging out with.
Ooh, okay,
Because my Hispanic friends like reggaeton,
okay.
and they go to like by Mo's Cantina, by like
Sure.
the apartment. I forget what neighborhood that is.
Yeah, by the apartment, like Lincoln
Is it
Park
Lincoln?
area.
Yeah.
I think.
And then
Yeah.
I mean, I have like a white music soul.
Wow.
So I love Taylor Swift, like what's on the
Oh my
radio.
goodness, okay.
That's my style.
Yeah.
That's Wrigleyville,
Sure.
around
Oh, yeah.
there. Yeah, that's me. So
Wrigleyville.
I never go to those places because my friends never listen to that music.
But
So-
your soul would take you to Wrigleyville.
My soul. So when the Taylor
Despite
Swift
being a
song comes out,
Southsider.
yeah, they listen to reggaeton. I don't. I mean, sometimes, but I'm not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. North side, south side, or west side, or loop? What's your favorite?
Loop.
The loop?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite line on the L? What's your favorite
Orange
color?
line?
The orange line. Wow, that's a new one. Interesting.
Really? What else
Yeah, I've
did
never
I
heard
say?
orange. Most people are like blue or red.
I never
I've
take
never heard
those.
orange.
I should say the orange
okay.
line. It's more.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
more
Straight to Midway.
Yeah.
Woo! Midway or O'Hare.
I used to skip class and just like go around the loop like 5 times. Just because listening to my music.
Nice.
So we just go like, I failed. I
Gotcha.
dropped out of college.
Okay, so then Midway or O'Hare? What's your favorite airport?
Midway is closer.
Midway is closer. Okay, so we're going to the local side. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay. Where's the best place to get a fucking taco in the city?
Good question. Paco's Tacos.
Paco's Tacos?
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's by where I live, so it's on Archer and 50 something,
Okay,
I think.
that's
Because they give you
That
like a
sounds
lot of
legit.
meats. Yeah.
the thing. You don't want. the
Yeah,
skin
you
to
don't
come
want the hard shell tacos.
out. Right. No.
You want the good.
Right, the good kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big Sur has good ones too.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, I'll have to go check out.
Yeah.
Actually, I've heard of Paco's Tacos. I've not gone though. I need to go.
Yeah, you should go.
I
You
should go.
basically just eat there.
Gotcha.
Like you just eat them and you leave. There's
Gotcha.
no like you gotta leave tip or anything. It's like there's a stool place and you just eat them and you dip.
All right.
No tip.
All right. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Okay. Last couple questions. Did you do improv at all?
I'm scared of improv.
Okay, that question's out then.
I feel it's scary because
Yeah.
you're just like you just freeze and you're just like I don't know what else to say.
Gotcha.
But I do need that in my
Gotcha.
resume. I need to do
It is. Well, would you prefer? Have you done stand up?
No, but I would like
Okay.
to do that.
Okay. Well, that was gonna be my question. If you had to choose to do one, stand up or improv, you would say stand up.
I would do stand up.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Because
I
they're
would
both
have to be drunk,
staples.
but I would do that.
Well, everybody needs to be a little drunk sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 2 last questions. What is one thing about Chicago that you wish somebody had told you about you did not know as a child and now you're an adult and you're like, holy shit, I wish I'd known this.
I don't know. There's not really that much to do here, right? Or maybe I haven't experienced it yet.
Hmm.
It's mostly like Navy Pier,
Gotcha.
go to State Street and like shop,
Okay.
like little. But now as an adult, obviously like the bars,
Right.
you know more things. So I mean, as a child, you don't really know about that. But I think it's like more like that lifestyle of like going to the bars, eating like restaurants. I feel
Yeah.
like that's more enjoyable as an adult.
Yeah.
As a kid, there's not really that many things like
True.
to do, basically.
You're kind of just stuck at your parents' whim
Yes.
at that point.
And
Okay.
Navy Pier.
Fair enough.
Field trips to Navy Pier and the Nordbart Museum.
Fair enough.
I've been to the Nordbart Museum like 7 times as a
Wow.
field trip as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, here's a
So
question
there's-
then.
mhm.
Museum of Science and Industry or Field Museum?
Field
Or Art Museum? I'll throw that
I
one
prefer
in
the
there.
art museum.
Okay, it is the #1 museum.
Yeah, I don't like museums.
So Art Museum's quite good. Okay, all right. Okay, I actually thought of one last one, and then the last
Sure.
question. If you had to choose to act in one of these theaters, would you rather act at Steppenwolf or the Goodman Theater? Or do you prefer just on camera stuff?
I prefer. It depends, because sometimes I want to do like more stage, and then sometimes I prefer the camera, because you can edit stuff out.
True.
Yeah.
But if you had to choose between the
The
two,
Goodman Theater?
the Goodman,
Yeah.
I do like the Goodman quite a bit more, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steppenwolf, but
Uh
they're kind of more of a local Chicago theater.
Yeah.
But Goodman's just got
oh. Mm-hmm.
stuff I like better also. But this is not about me. All right, last question. What is one piece of advice that you would give somebody who is either moving to Chicago or is visiting Chicago that is essential for them to have a good time in Chicago? We ask everybody this question at the end of the lightning round.
I need time to think about it.
It's okay. You can have some moments.
Okay, so they could like experience like where would I take
One piece of advice you would give them. They've never been here, but they're like, hey, Daisy, I'm coming to Chicago. What's something I should know about Chicago?
We always have to warn them about the hobos, right?
Yeah, no,
they're
tell me about the
crazy.
hobos.
And then, don't make eye contact with the hobos.
Don't make eye contact with the
Then when
hobos.
they see you make eye contact, they need to like, then they beg you for money, and then you just like feel bad for them, and then you end up giving them money.
That is hilarious.
Don't
I
you
mean,
think
that? Sure. No.
Don't make eye
No.
contact with the hobos.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that's anywhere, but that's hilarious. That's the first time I've
But
heard
they're
that.
very greedy here.
Really?
Like, yeah, my friend, he like gave a hobo $1, and then later on he's like, "Can I have 2?" And he literally just snatched it out of his hand. And
Wow.
Like, no.
Wow, that is an aggressive
Yeah.
hobo.
And then not only that, but the ones in downtown, like they're hungry,
Right.
and then you offer them food, and they don't want the food. They're like, "What do
Yes.
you?" They're like, "Well, what is it?" And you're like, "This," and they're like, "Oh no, thanks."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
So I think that would be.
Okay. Don't look at the hobos. Don't do it. Stay away, tourists, from the hobos. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get one of your dollars, and then they're gonna take another $1.
Yeah.
You watch your dollars.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Hey, you survived the lightning round. Are you happy?
I didn't like half of the stuff you mentioned, so I was just like, I don't like this.
That's
I don't
okay.
like that.
That's all right. I never. All lightning rounds take some dips and turns depending on the guest.
Jesus.
Since
I
I
feel like a
never
terrible
actually
Chicagoan.
know. I guess I should do more homework on these guests, but I don't know who. Sometimes you get surprised by
And you
people.
were gonna ask me about sports.
I ask everybody about sports. Some people, you'd be surprised. Some chicks know more about sports than I do.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they're impressive
keep up.
individuals. But hey, there you go. But you survived. You did it. Yeah, fantastic. Woo! Woo! That's it. That's the episode of Couch Stories.
It wasn't as bad. I thought it was gonna be like
No.
more personal questions. Like,
More personal questions. What was a personal question you thought was going to be asked?
I don't know. Like,
What do you think I was going to ask
like you
you?
were underwear, you don't wear underwear, or like.
What? No,
Yeah.
we're not weirdos. We're not like the TSA guy trying to check you down your cleavage
That's a good.
in Los Angeles.
That's a good.
What the hell?
What's it called?
Callback?
Callback?
No.
A circle?
Crossover, like
Crossover?
What's it called? It's a TV thing.
Uh,
Segment.
Oh, segment. Yes.
There
yes.
you go.
Sure. Yeah. No, we always. Yeah.
Segment.
Yeah. We're gonna have to frisk you before you leave now. Like, come on. Who do you think we are here? We're just no. We want to know about your cool stuff that you're doing. So, okay. Well, thank you, Daisy, for being here and being on the podcast and being on Couch Stories.
I had so much fun.
Perfect. That was the whole goal. Now, please, once again, for people who might be watching this and may have not watched the podcast yet, where can they find you? And tell them about maybe a project you've got coming up where they can find your stuff.
Okay, so you can find my podcast on iTunes, the Flower Power Podcast, and on YouTube. And you can find my vlogs on YouTube for Daisy Isamary, and then Instagram, Daisy Isamary, at Daisy Isamary. That's a
lot of Daisy
I'm
Isamary.
surprised you know how to say my
Hey!
name.
Isamary.
Yeah.
Dad
Isamary.
jokes. Isamary. Isamary. Yes, well, and we'll also add all of her stuff in the description of this video, as well as all the other videos that are coming out on all the different podcast episodes and on our episodes of iTunes and Spotify, etc. So thank you very much once again, Daisy. I appreciate you. And if you like what you listen to here, please go and follow us on the Facebooks. Give us a like and give us a follow, Chicago60, SIXTY. On the Instagrams, we're Chicago_60. That's with the numbers. On YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We've got new comedy sketches coming out. We've got new other comedy videos coming out. We've got short films coming out. We've got Couch Stories. We've got the podcast. We've got cool things. So go do that. If you're listening to this on iTunes or on the Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review and subscribe because it helps us with the rankings and whatnot. So please go and do that. We're going to have a Patreon account going live very soon. We'll let you know when that happens. So give us the money, so we can keep introducing you to cool people who are doing fantastic things, fancy actors and artists like Daisy Isamary right here, so you can know about them. So please help us out. Follow her, follow us. You're helping Chicago. This is hopefully the city you love, so help us all out. And that's it. That's another episode of Couch Stories. We really appreciate you for watching and for listening. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Whoa. That was.